For the first time, I've taken my time to listen to Malala on what he's saying. Remember, there was a function that occurred at the DAP headquarters. And in this function, we had big leaders attending that function. That is the Eugene Wamalwa, the party leader. Salasia was there. We had the gentleman from Bungoma, Wamunyinyi. And then we had Kalonzo Musyoka himself, Richard Onyonka, Rigathi Gachagua Rigiji, and of course, we can't forget many other leaders who are present there that I cannot mention at this point. Now, this function, basically it was the launch of the party. And that was very good. I was very keen to listen to the speeches that were being made there. Onyonka spoke the same way he has been speaking before, criticizing the government, stating facts, and speaking on things that Kenyans really want to hear and really are following closely. They affect us as a country. Kalonzo Musyoka gave the common criticism that he's used to giving, and that was okay. Rigathi Gachagua, of course, he took that chance once again to destroy President William Ruto completely by showing how he has lost it, and actually assured Kenyans that President William Ruto has lost it. And most importantly, he emphasized that the only weapon they have is the unity among them, which means all those leaders, whoever becomes the president, they all abide by and support immensely. So it is very clear as we speak today here, leaders spoke and they gave their sentiments. However, the gentleman called Cleophas Malala caught my attention. Why am I saying so? I've done many other videos on Mukwa Times, and I've spoken about the strength of Mount Kenya region. To be specific, the Kikuyus. And I've always told people that there's no need of us to envy or feel bad about Mount Kenya. I've told people that Mount Kenya, it is their strategy that makes them produce not just one president, not just two, 3, and if you're not careful, they're going to produce the 5th, the 4th, and the 5th. I said before that we shouldn't blame them. It's because of their game that they play, their political civilization, the way they know whenever there are elections, these people go to the queue. We have seen in various occasions where people are voting, these people go to the queue and vote. Despite being hungry, they carry food, go there and vote. You know, that means very well that they know the gist of voting. They know the importance of being on the queue to vote for the leader or to make the change they want on the ballot. So therefore, Cleophas Malala emphasized the point that I had made about Mount Kenya region. I want you to listen to this point here.
Na mimi nasikia mnasema ati 2027 Kasongo paka aende nyumbani. Ningependa kuambia you have a responsibility to save Kenya right now. Hatuwezi achilia ati tuachie ujamaa miaka 3 aendelee kuzalisha nchi yetu. Ni lazima kama tunataka kumtoa hatoke saa hii. We must stop him from doing the evil things that he is doing right now. Hatuwezi ngoja hadi 2027 ndio vijana wetu waache kuabdaktiwa. Hatuwezi ngoja hadi 2027 ndio wamama wetu waache kuuliwa. Hatuwezi ngoja hadi 2027 ndio pesa za umma ziache kuibiwa. So we have a responsibility right now to deal with this man. Saa hii tukimwachia 2027 mtainherit nchi ambayo imeshaporwa, nchi ambayo haina kitu yoyote. Na mimi nashangaa, mimi nasikia tulikuwa na ile manifesto ya UDA. Ilikuwa inasema mambo ya affordable housing. Sasa saa hii ameacha mambo ya affordable housing, amechukua 1.7 billion to renovate State House.
Now, as you've heard Cleophas Malala, he's saying that in the past 10 years, people have been campaigning against the Luo region and the Luya region. That is William Ruto when he was with Uhuru Kenyatta. He used the same strategy, calling these other people Watu wa Sufuria and many other terms that I can't mention here today. Is now using the same strategy, going now to Western region, mobilizing those people to campaign against the Mount Kenya region, simply because he's not with the Mount Kenya right now. And whenever he does that, Mount Kenya leaders are there, the deputy president from Mount Kenya. I'm going to do an extensive video on that, but basically right now let me talk about that to be specific. So when Malala was making this point, I was able to pick two things from there. One, he has emphasized my point that I was saying that our tribes of Kenya are just being demonized, and they're just, tribalism is just brought by our leaders that we support. Why am I saying so? The moment Malala mentioned that William Ruto is now demonizing Mount Kenya using the Western region, it came very clear to me that it is the same strategy that they have been using before these B-weeks, the people who worked under Moi, to simply come up with those strategies in order to divide the country in terms of tribal lines, so that when it comes to elections, people are already switched into their tribes, and as they vote tribally. That is what has been happening in this country. Now, Malala exposed to them, and as we speak today, I am very sure that point is going to touch the people of Mount Kenya as well, the people of Western region. And if this is the message that Rigathi Gachagua is going to use with his men, and Kalonzo Musyoka and Matiang'i, probably they are going to finish President William Ruto in the Western region completely. So therefore, if he's exposed, William Ruto is done. That's one of the tactics that has been exposed and probably will be done. Now, another thing that I noted is this. William Ruto, after he had a handshake with with Raila Amolo Odinga, the first people he brought on board are the tribal kingpins. That is Ali Hassan Joho, and ensuring that he has sealed the Western region by bringing on the person called Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya. That was a strategy basically to lock the Western region, so that William Ruto can use it in 2027 as his starting base together with the Rift Valley. That is very clear and everyone knows that. Now, Ali Hassan Joho to come with the Coast region, of which I think Ali Hassan Joho has lost it completely because there's nothing that has been addressed in the Coast region. So as we speak today, William Ruto using that strategy, basically it is what they know best with Raila Amolo Odinga, and I feel strongly that that is Raila Amolo Odinga's fingerprints, because when I see tribal kingpins coming on board, basically that is what is happening. Because when we saw William Ruto in 2022, he tried to use young men who are upcoming. He banked on members of parliament who basically campaigned with him and campaigned seriously, like in Ndindi Nyoro, all over the country. So basically that's how he got his votes. But this time around, Raila's signature has been seen now, having tribal kingpins who are coming on board to help President William Ruto win the election. When I saw Malala mention, I learned that now these people have seen that this tribal language that is being spoken by President William Ruto's team and Raila Amolo Odinga's men. So as we speak today, they have to prepare themselves to counter these people. And basically, if they come with the language that I had today, Malala speak, then basically the people are going to reason different, and come 2027, William Ruto is going to sink with his men from ODM. I don't know what is your take as far as that is concerned, but that is very clear as far as my analysis is concerned. Now, another point is this. I got to learn that probably now William Ruto has panicked. He has panicked completely for losing Rigathi Gachagua, because now Rigathi Gachagua is reorganizing the entire Mount Kenya region, checking from what the moves he's making, bringing on Mama Martha Karua. Probably that's going to happen. You know, this tribal aspect of it comes this way. We saw the tweet from Kaluma saying that Aledu could not deliver even the village votes from his home place. And a man who is very tribal have now come together to shake the government. Those are my own words, but that was the message, exact message from Peter Kaluma. Peter Kaluma is one of the Omebe Town MP, one of the Raila Amolo Odinga's MPs, who basically are sycophants. They always speak and praise Raila Amolo Odinga whenever he does anything wrong or right. So Peter Kaluma basically spoke about that. And remember, Peter Kaluma is the first person to also say that just after the handshake with Raila Amolo Odinga, who said that actually after the confirmation of Kithure Kindiki as a deputy president, this gentleman tweeted as well and said, Luos deserve more seats. They should occupy even the interior one, because they have been fighting for this country for quite some time, which were very clear tribal sentiments. But now he has forgotten his part. He's now speaking to Rigathi Gachagua and calling him a tribal man. I'm going to do an extensive video on why people think that Rigathi Gachagua probably he could be tribal, because I feel strongly that these leaders are simply pretending and trying to brand others tribal, yet they're the ones who are tribal. But I'm waiting now to see the Luo nation, particularly the leaders from the Luo nation, going to deliver the presidency to President William Ruto. Something they have never done to Raila Amolo Odinga now. We want to see a miracle happen that they are going to deliver the presidency to President William Ruto. My call is that if all other tribes in this country could align themselves to proper governance and say that so long as you mess with people of Kenya, you're cutting out of the seat. How I wish that could have happened across the country, and that including the Luo Nyanza and the Western region, the entirely they entirely join the rest of the nation like Onyonga and the others so that we can liberate this country together. My name is Abel Mokua. See you next time for more videos, and let me see what you learned from Cleophas Malala's sentiments.